What's going on, guys? What's good? The one that got away. So tell me, gents, you could probably relate to this. How many of us have found the perfect girl? There was that girl that she was all good, everything was all right, but perhaps it was just too perfect, it was just too smooth, or you probably got a bit too egotistical, big-headed, thinking there's probably something out there that's better for me. And then you decided to let that one go, only to know that years later, that was the one for you. Well, to let you know, I can come for you because you're not the only one that's made that mistake. Arsenal, we've made that mistake a few times. So without further ado, I'm going to go into the top 5 players that Arsenal should have never let go of. Let's get into it. So going straight into it, number 5, I've got on my list Robin van Persie. And I know you might be shocked. We sold him to Manchester United for 29 million. And it was it 29 or 24 million? Either one of those. I think it was 24 million. He had 1 year left on his contract. He was 29 years old. Seems like a good bit of business, to be honest, but better business for Manchester United because Van Persie absolutely killed it that season. He was playing alongside Wayne Rooney and we know how prolific he was, and Van Persie just tore it up. A lot of people argue that Van Persie was the one that won that Premier League title for Manchester United, and to be honest, I can't argue with that. I think that was a big mistake letting him go. One of the things that Van Persie is remembered for, his technique on the ball, his control and technique was nuts, absolutely nuts. And that's one of the things I always remember about Robin van Persie. I believe after Manchester United, he went into Feyenoord, and I believe that's where he ended his career. But that's my number 5, the one we should have let go, Robin van Persie. Next on my list, I've got, who remembers this dude? Serge Gnabry, the winger. And he's tearing up at Bayern Munich. He joined Arsenal in 2011 from Stuttgart, and he was pacey winger, could get past players, whip the ball in and get something done. But he was hampered by a lot of injuries, especially a knee injury. And this was a time when he was playing alongside one of the legends, Jack Wilshere. And I know you might think, Jack Wilshere, you know, he was in and out of injuries, but I still think he was a legend. He had so much potential and he could have been amazing. But anyway, not talking about Jack Wilshere, we're talking about Serge Gnabry. And Tottenham fans will remember what he did to you. Yes, he done something devastating. He put 4 goals past you in a 7-2 victory in the Champions League. And I believe that year that Bayern Munich went on to win the Champions League. So that's Serge Gnabry. He's still playing for Bayern Munich. And yeah, he did a number on us. He scored against us last year for the Champions League. And we always seem to, you know, have the unlucky draw of getting Bayern Munich. I hope we get them again. This time, we're going to take him out. Absolutely take him out. So that's my number 4, Serge Gnabry. I don't think we should have let him go, especially when you see how he's performing at Bayern. He starts quite often for Bayern and he works effectively at Bayern. I think we shouldn't have let him go. I think we should have kept him. We should have nurtured him and got him to the potential that he's showing now. But sometimes teams just don't have patience, so that's probably what it was. But Serge Gnabry, shouldn't let him go. Ooh, let me know what you think about this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm about to start a little something. And I have Emil SmithRow as my number 3. And I know you might be thinking it's still a bit fresh. He's doing well at Fulham. And that's one of the reasons why, two things why I've got SmithRow. He's doing well at Fulham. He's settling in. He looks fit. He looks fit for Fulham. He's playing almost week in, week out. And also the situation with Martin Odegaard. As we know, the skipper is injured. And this would have been the perfect opportunity for SmithRow to step up. Even though he's a different type of player to Odegaard in a sense, Odegaard is more creative. Emil SmithRow will drive forward looking for goal scoring opportunities. But this would have been the perfect example for SmithRow to stake a claim of why he should be probably starting a couple of Arsenal games. You know, with Fabio Vieira gone, SmithRow would have stepped up, and I think he would have done well. One of the things about SmithRow, it was just the way his movement was insane. His movement between the lines was next to none. And one thing I liked about when every time he received the ball, he would always drive forward with it. Always drive forward. he was always goal bound and his work rate was immense. We shouldn't have let him go. I think we should have kept him. And especially with the history as well. He joined what was it? Under 18s Academy. Well, he joined as a lad. He joined as a young boy. He grew up in the Arsenal way of life, and to let him go was sad. And I know it was a sad day for a lot of us Gooners, but I believe we should have held on to him. We should have kept him, Emil SmithRow, and once again, wish him all the best at Fulham. And it's going to be interesting when he comes to play against Arsenal, or Arsenal go to Fulham, vice versa. Let's see how that goes. And you know, it'd be so funny if he bags a hat-trick against us. I'm not releasing a negative prophecy, just saying strange things can happen when players go back to the club that sold them off. They have a way of basically saying, you shouldn't have done that, gaffer. Anyway, my number 2. Remember this dude? Kolo Toure. That guy, he was, one of the things I remember about Toure was his work rate. That guy was savage. It was like he never got tired. The amount of games he would play, full 90 minutes. Hardly injured, reliable guy. And one of the things I loved about Toure, he was never caught up in nonsense. He was just had his head down in the game, did what he had to do and got the job done. But what did we do? We decided to sell him. We sold him in 2009 to Man City. And seeing the beast, the giants that Man City are now, probably we shouldn't have let him go. The one we let go, Kolo Toure. And we decided to hold on to William Gallas, which we all know proved to be a flop. Perhaps he should have been in my video, top flops of Arsenal. William Gallas. He performed woefully. And thinking about Toure, nothing about Toure, he was versatile. And there's one player he reminds me of. He reminds me of Ibrahima Konate. My wife and I, we nicknamed him the Brick because like you cannot get past Konate. He's a solid centre back. And Kolo Toure reminds me of Konate. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are they distant cousins? Never know. But one thing about Toure I loved was his physical prowess. He was a solid player. And Mr. Guy, we should have let him go. We should have never let him go. We should have held on to Kolo Toure. Let me know what you think. And let's go to number 1. The one that got away. A player we should have never, ever sold. Have you guessed it? Lightning quick left back. I think the best left back England have ever had, in my opinion. Not just saying that because I'm an Arsenal fan, but let's put some respect on Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole was immense. When I was looking at a couple of these stats, check this. Ashley Cole kept 147 clean sheets in 385 Premier League games. I think that's quite impressive. He won 3 Premier League titles during his 15-year season career. And one of the things about Ashley Cole that was immense, I remember him and Henry were probably one of the fastest players in the Premier League at the time. And Ashley Cole was tireless. He could run up and down the field continuously. He reminded me of Cafu. I know some people might say, oh my gosh, that's a stretch. But in terms of his level of fitness and stamina, Ashley Cole was there. He was like the Energizer Bunny on every level. And the thing what I loved about Cole, his attacking qualities were just as good as his defensive qualities as well. But we let him go. And he went to Chelsea. And we know what he did when he went on to Chelsea. And the thing that was very upsetting about it, and I think I saw a clip of Ashley Cole talking about the time he left Arsenal, and you can tell like he didn't want to go, but he felt that he wasn't getting paid what he should be getting paid. And seeing the type of quality Ashley Cole was, I don't know why we just didn't do it and just give him what he wanted, and not just what he wanted, what he deserved. But this is a time that we have to understand as football fans, we have owners, and the owners are, they're very interested in the success of the team, but it's a business for them. They have shareholders, they have people that they need to please, and most importantly, they want to increase their pockets. So we let Ashley Cole go. We let Ashley Cole go. And I believe that was one of the biggest mistakes we made. That's my top 5. So let me know what you think in the comments. Have I got it wrong? Were there a couple of other players we should have held on to? Cesc Fabregas comes to mind. Should we have let him go? Even in terms of Henry, I know some people might say, but yeah, it was time for him to go to Barcelona, but we could have still got a good 2-3 seasons out of him, and God knows what Arsenal could have done. Because to be honest, after Henry left, it all crashed down in my opinion. But that's a video for another time. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in a next one. Peace.